Hello, YouTube. Redbird here. Today, we are going to talk about Wayfinder, a game coming out August 15th. A game that I think a lot of you might be excited about. I know I'm excited about it. Cautiously. So we're going to go through why I think Wayfinder has a chance to capture an audience in the MMO space, and then followed by why I'm a little bit cautious on Wayfinder at launch of early access. I do think that, the game, again, is in early access. It's building up to the free-to-play launch, which is in sometime early next year. But this is more about the $20 early access version. So let's talk about money, since we just mentioned it. One, the first thing I'm really excited about is the free-to-play model with, it turns out, good monetization, which is rare, I think, when you're looking at free-to-play games. They've got it right. It was mentioned to me. I didn't even know this was possible until our buddy Ginger Prime kind of brought it up at a podcast. But they have battle passes that don't go away. They just stay on the account. It's genius, really. Like, a lot of people that want to play MMOs, they want their time respected. They want their money respected. I don't want to feel like I'm having to rush through a battle pass to make sure I get all my rewards that I technically paid for by the end of the season. I've had several games where I bought the battle pass, get halfway through. It just feels bad. Now, they will archive your battle pass on your account. So if you ever want to go back and complete it, you can with no extra charge. They are just using cosmetics, no performance things, of course, so no pay to win. And most things that you can pay for, and it's the most in quotation marks, can be locked in-game. So that's another big thing, I think, with monetization. A lot of the free-to-play players want to feel like if they play enough, they can earn what you have. And in Wayfinder, that is the case. The second thing that I'm really excited about is the combat. Now, this has probably like some apostrophes in it, or caution. There's a little yellow caution signs. The combat is action combat. In the last test, it did feel a lot better because they have like an in-air dash that did add quite a bit to the feel. But you can switch out your wayfinders and you can switch out your weapons. So combat should be pretty different on a regular basis depending on what wayfinder you're playing and what weapon you're using with that wayfinder. Now, the weapons like inside of the sub ecosystem, which would be like sword and shield or ranged weapons, they don't really feel that different from each other. So hopefully, or they didn't in the test, so hopefully they do when early access comes out. And then finally, and I think this is a big deal in MMOs, is art style. Art style, a lot of the times MMOs will try to go for push the boundaries of graphics, or trying to kind of put together like a more realistic art style, and I think that can be a mistake, especially for MMOs, a game that you want to last for a long time. And art styles like Wayfinder, World of Warcraft kind of captured, and I know like it's, not everybody's cup of tea. Wayfinder has ventured down that anime cel-shaded, cartoonish type of art style that really is ageless. You can keep updating the game. You can keep putting out new expansions, maybe refine the graphics a little bit. But that art style really holds true, I think, and never will feel like, oh my gosh, like you go back and sometimes play like Elder Scrolls Online, for example, a game that was beautiful at launch, and now you can kind of tell that it's a little bit dated, and that you can keep going back to like EverQuest and stuff, and EverQuest 2, and you can definitely understand where maybe in 10 years that graphic style isn't going to hold up. So I really like Wayfinder's timeless art style, and I love the animes that they do to promote the game. I think that's fantastic. Like I would love to see more of that in the future. Now this is like a mid thing, just something I'd like to mention is in game. We don't know how much of the end game is going to be available during early access, but it's kind of a wait and see thing. Now, the things that I am actually cautious about, and some things that concerned me when I was in the play testing, was the low impact choices character building. Now, this kind of goes back to the weapon thing I mentioned earlier. A lot of the weapons, like if you switch from dagger to dagger, there wasn't a significant change in gameplay from moment to moment. The weapon abilities are different, but the weapon abilities felt not as impactful. So hopefully they like sped up how many times you can use your weapon ability. I think that was like the main deal. You weren't using your weapon ability a ton, and really that was the only thing different from weapon to weapon. So hopefully that they sped that up a little bit, and then obviously my concerns there would go down. The final thing is heroes. Now, this is like some people really like it, some people don't. And the hero model can be a red flag for some people, because I know a lot of people like to identify with their character. They like to create their character, a feel for it. Sometimes, like, some people like to RP. Some people like to think of backstories for their character. And the heroes thing limits MMO players from that. You're now identifying as a venomous player or a Nis player, which, you know, again, can be good. I think some people do like it, but it is a concern for some people. People don't like the hero model. You know, some people don't like the hero model. I personally would prefer like it just to be classes, you know, like instead of Wingrave, it could just be soldier, guardian, whatever, and then just tweak him with different weapons or what have you. But you know, the heroes thing is growing on me a little bit. Hopefully, as more Wayfinders come out, it's less of a problem. More people can kind of find someone that they kind of cling to or can easily cling to when they, you know, when they think about what Wayfinder they want to play. And that's it. That does it for me. I'm extremely excited about the game coming out. It'll be Tuesday of next week. So that is the 15th. Pretty crazy to think about the game is coming so soon. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully, you know, if you're deciding or on the fence about buying new Wayfinder, you know, hop into the channel. I'm live over at twitch.tv/redbyrd. I'm going to answer some questions for you. We have a bunch of guides and information up on studioloot.com. I'll make sure to link that down below. And yeah, we'll be making more videos this week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.